Hello everyone. My name is Kiyoshi, K-I-Y-O-S-H-I. I work at the Kyoto University of Advanced Science, Japan. Today I'm delighted to have such a great opportunity to talk about our all new, all English, exciting engineering programs for you today. Let me start sharing my screen with you. So just give me a few seconds. Hello once again. My name is Kiyoshi. I work at the International Office in the Kyoto University of Advanced Science. Today I spend 30 or 40 minutes to talk about our universities and also Japan as a country for those who are not familiar with Japan at all. And also I'd like to talk about Kyoto, our beautiful cities, and also number two, let me discuss specifically sorry, a lot of graffiti on my screen. Okay, thank you. About Kyoto University Advanced Science. Also, if you are interested, and I'm delighted to talk about our application procedures for undergraduate programs specifically. And if I understand that there are some of you who are interested in applying to our postgraduate, means that the master's programs. So I will definitely touch upon a bit of information about master's programs also. Sorry, a lot of graffiti and okay. So sorry, everybody. There is a lot of graffiti on my slide, and I can't start my presentation. So please stop writing on my slide, and if you have written it, and just get rid of it, please. Okay, let me start all over again. Okay, sorry for having kept you waiting. There are a lot of reasons for you. I'd like you to consider Japan as a study destination. Japanese strong economy, are also strong manufacturers, and then also Japan is a healthy country, and also Japanese cuisines are very good, and there can be a lot of reasons that for you to start thinking of Japan as a study destination. And one of the strongest reasons I'd like you to consider Japan for your destination, for your study destination, is large economy size of Japan. Japan is the third largest economy in the world. As you can see from this slide, Japan is 4 times bigger than Australia in the size of economy. Even compared to the UK, England, Japan is much larger in the size of economy. And even compared to China, Japan is still ahead of China economically. Japan 4 times bigger than China, GDP per capita. So precisely because Japan is a technologically advanced country, there is always great demand for educated and skilled engineers. As of 2020, there are 370,000 engineers in a shortage in Japan, whether you believe or not. And by the time 2030, it has been projected there will be 790,000 educated engineers in a shortage in whole Japan. And In other words, there is always a great demand in the Japanese society for English-speaking and skilled engineers. And this is, if you are engineering-minded students, this is a piece. This is an important piece of information for you because if you come to Japan and educated at KUS to become skilled engineers, you can find a lot of job opportunities with the Japanese firms and companies as long as you speak English and also you have a great skills as an engineer. Also, let me also explain this by earnings, annual earnings for engineers in different countries in Asia. Actually, as you can see from this slide, Japan is the best place where you can make earnings as an engineer. It says that you could make 40,000 US dollars as a skilled engineers, whereas in Korea it will be only $32,000 per year, and Hong Kong 32. Even in Singapore, which is very famous for technology or high-tech companies, still in Singapore, you can, as an engineer, you could make only 36,000 US dollars per year. From these reasons, Japan is should be the best place where you want to consider as an engineer for your study destination. And look at the numbers of international students in Japan. There has been a growing number of international students who made a decision to come to Japan to do their degree programs. In fact, just last year, there are 200,000 students now studying in Japan at the universities. International students came last year doing their degree programs in Japan. And then let me talk about Kyoto. I understand that Uzbekistan is a beautiful country, but also our cities, Kyoto is also beautiful cities, as you can see from on this slide, because our cities history goes all the way back to 1,200 years ago. And because of that, you can see a lot of beautiful shrines and temples, and also bamboo trees in your daily lives when you come to Kyoto as a student. And if you're a big fan of comic books called mangas, yes, Kyoto must be the place for you to think about coming to appreciate, because there are a lot of museums that features this beautiful comic magazines called manga everywhere. Not only that, it's interesting to see this contrast where you can see a lot of world-class and first-class companies headquartered in Kyoto. I'm sure some of you have already played with Pokemon. Yeah, but did you know, let me ask you, but did you know that Pokemon has been produced a company headquartered in Kyoto called Nintendo? Nintendo produces the Pokemon in Kyoto and exports Pokemon from Kyoto to the rest of the world. And not only Nintendo, but also there are a lot of world-class companies like you see here. Omron, Nidec, Rome, Kyocera, all these companies are famous in the world, not only in Japan. So this is a very important piece of information once again for engineers. Once you are upon the completion of K programs, engineering programs and KUS, you might want to explore job opportunities available at these first-class companies headquartered in Kyoto. Another reason you might want to consider Kyoto as a study destination is Kyoto is there are a lot of Kyoto universities in Kyoto. Actually, 34 universities are located in total in Kyoto, and because of that, there has been as many as 15 Nobel laureates being produced in Kyoto, and because of this great number of universities located in Kyoto, Kyoto hosts 9,000 international students every year. Let me talk about Kyoto University of Advanced Science more specifically. KUS for short is a private university accredited by the Japanese government since 1969. It has been operating for more than 50 years, and our students' population is around 3,600, out of which there are 80 international students, mainly from South Korea and mainland China and Taiwan or Malaysia. And KUS has 2 school campuses, beautiful campuses. And today I'd like the Faculty of Engineering that I'm going to talk about in more detail is going to be the fifth addition to already existing faculties like Faculty of Economics, Faculty of Humanities, Faculty of Science. Now I'm going to talk about our Faculty of Engineering. So what is unique about our Faculty of Engineering? Let's take a look at the box on the left-hand side that says, yes, our program is all conducted in English, not in the Japanese language, to the advantage of international English-speaking students like you. And number 2, you can have a lot of opportunities to work closely with the engineers currently employed by Japanese firms and in a way that help you understand what is needed in the real engineering world after completion of our program. And then number 3, since you come to Japan, why don't we give them the opportunity to learn the Japanese language, to learn how to speak Japanese and learn how to read Japanese and how to communicate with the Japanese people in the Japanese language. So thinking of that, KUAS has decided to offer international students intensive Japanese language programs with no additional cost for 2 years. So what you can learn at KUS engineering programs is mechanical, electrical, computing are sides of engineering. But not only that, you can have an opportunity to learn the important 13 engineering majors at just one place, namely Kyoto University of Advanced Science. Let me specify. You can learn design and production, communication, electronic circuit, electronic device, energy, actuator. You can all learn all these important engineering concepts in just one place namely Kyoto University of Advanced Science, Faculty of Engineering. which is very different from other traditional engineering schools. This is a rough picture of what you are going to learn for 4 years while at KUS. From the left, you can learn basic things at year 1, year 2, or you can learn more advanced concepts or skills of engineering. And at year 3, year 4, you can have a lot of opportunities to actually practice your skills in a real life settings, where you can have opportunities to work closely with engineers currently employed by the Japanese companies or firms, which is a very exciting opportunities for you. So once again, what are the strengths of our engineering programs? You can learn everything. You can learn in electrical engineering. At the same time, you can learn about mechanical engineering. Also, at the same time, you can have an opportunity to learn about information and data processing, or in other words, computing or computer sciences. So everyone at KUS is supposed to learn all these things at the same time, at one time, in just one place. What made it possible, or what made these programs possible, is our diverse experience team of professors, and originally from other countries like Pakistan and China, Turkey, and Japan, and they all have a specialty in the field of engineering, like you see here. One of our professors specializes in sensors, robotics, scientific measurements, informatics means the computer and motors and control engineering. Every one of them has a great specialty in the field of engineering, and once you come to KUS, you can have a great exposure to each one of these professors' engineering specialty. These are photos taken from.
Sir, your voice not coming.
Beautiful facilities. And just to demonstrate what I've been discussing in a more effective way, how about if I play a video for you, short video for you, so that you can have a better sense what KUS offers in Kyoto City.
What's Kyoto? What's KUAS? Kyoto, the old capital of Japan, is rooted in Japan's most important heritage sites. 50 years
Thank you for watching. I hope you liked that video so much that you want to become one of our students in the future, and you will be actually using these beautiful facilities in the future. Okay, what are the our entry requirements for this exciting engineering programs? Given the nature of engineering programs, you as a student, you are supposed to have completed have a comprehensive understanding of physics and math, equivalent to an upper secondary school level. You are supposed to have covered algebra, geometry, calculus, and statistics, force and motion, waves, electricity, and magnetism atoms. And also, to apply to KUAS, you'll be expected to have completed a 12-year standardized education program in Uzbekistan. And also, our English proficiency test scores will be mandatory. TOEFL IBT 80 and IELTS 6.0, Duolingo 105, Labor 105. And what are exactly required for application documents for KUAS? Number 1, photograph. Number 2, application essay. 3, transcripts. Number 4, certificate of graduation. And number 6, evidence of English proficiency. And our waiver can be made for students who have been educated in the English language for their formal education. And number 7, 2 letters of recommendation. Number 8, passport copy. And this is a total payments that you have to make for tuition at KUAS. Our first year, 12,000 euros, second year, 12,000 euros, and the third year, fourth year, almost similar cost levels. And for master's, first year and second year, almost 9,000 euros. And average, if you take a look at the charts box on the left, you can see a huge difference between a country in terms of tuition cost. The UK, or if you go to a UK, you're paying $43,000 per year, and KUAS will you'll be paying $40,000 per year. Which is a huge difference between the countries for higher education. And scholarships also available are 30%, 50%, 100% tuition reduction scholarships are also available at KUAS for outstanding exemplary students. And as a part of admissions reviewing process and in admissions, you'll be contacted by KUAS to sit for online interviews. And through documents reviewing, also interview performance, you get results announced with a letter of acceptance and the KUAS scholarship announcement, enrollment procedures and guidelines. An important timeline, we have 3 different, when can you apply to KUAS? To answer your questions, actually today is the first day of your application that when we start receiving application from around the world. October 1st is the first day, and our early entry ends October 30. And for regular entries, December 1st, we will start receiving applications on December 1st. That will end January 8th. And for final entry, it starts on February 8th, 2021, and ends on March 14th, 2021. Entry requirements for postgrads. you must have to apply to our KUS master's program. You must have a bachelor degree to do so. And for doctoral program, you must have a master's degree. This is a set of application documents that requires you by KUS when you are applied to our master's program. If you think about applying to our master's program, the first day you'll be applying will be on December 1st. And this is an important date for master's students to remember. And you may be wondering, what is the quality of our engineering programs? I think this is a good example to let you know how quality our engineering program is. Because Ohio State University is ranked 17 in World College ranking, and also Seoul National University is ranked number 16 in the World College ranking. We agreed to partner with the Kyoto University of Advanced Science in recognition of the highest quality of engineering education of each other. So in other words, if you come to KUS and to do our engineering programs, you can expect the same quality of engineering program that you would expect from Ohio State University in the States and Seoul National University in South Korea. And there are, before I wrap up my presentation, let me emphasize, yes, I'm sure you have a lot of concerns, questions, or whether to choose Japan or other country as your study destination. And the best reason I would like you to consider Japan as a study destination is Japan is the fact that Japan is one of the safest country in the world, very safe country, and you don't have to be concerned about gun control. You don't have to be concerned about public safety. You don't have to be concerned about the crime rate in Japan, because Japan is a safe country. Thank you very much for your attention. I would like to let the floor open to your questions if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kiyoshi.
Thank you.
Agar bu kimdadir savol bo'lsa, bemalol so'rashingiz mumkin. Xohlasa ingliz tilida, xohlasa o'zbek tilida o'zim tarjima qilib yordam beraman. Kimda qanaqa savollar bor? Xohlasa chatda yozsangiz ham bo'ladi. While they are thinking, I have a question, Mr. Kiyoshi.
Sure.
As you stated in your presentation, you said that Uzbek applicants shall have 12 years of education. But in our country, from last year, we have 11 years of education. That's why. What shall they do? They shall study foundation first, or what?
Okay, the best option that they can take is to spend one extra year in educational or institution in Uzbekistan, and then they can apply to our program. And also, or if there is any institution in Uzbekistan where you can have our 12-year formal education.
Yes.
Is there any institution or school where you can have a 12-year education?
Yes, after 9th grade at school, we can pass to the license or vocational college, where there will be 3 years, then more. Then overall 12.
Okay. So then those who been to the school that you are describing will be eligible to apply to KUS with no major issues. But once again, as you have been reasonably discussing, yes, 12-year of formal education is a minimum requirement at KUS for international students.
Yes. Thank you.
I think we've got a question in our chat box. If you see.
Yes. Kontrakt bakalavriat uchun yillik $12,000 ekan. Ishlashga ruxsat beriladi. Haftasiga 28 soatgacha qonuniy ishlashingiz mumkin qish paytida. Kanikul paytida 40 soatgacha ishlasangiz bo'ladi. Hech qanaqa muammo olasiz. Mr. Kyoshi, question is about the tuition fee and the work permit.
Tuition fee and
work permit in Japan.
Oh, work permit. Tuition fee. Okay, tuition fee. May I go back to my slide a little bit? Is that okay? I hope you be. Okay, let me show you once again. Okay, here you go. Okay, here. We run our undergraduate program for 4 years. The first year, you'll be paying 12,000 euros. And the second year, 12,000 euros. Third year, 12,000 euros again. And fourth year, 12,000 euros. So this is a cost structure of our undergraduate program at KUS. And a must. Yes, I think I hope I've been answering his question with this.
Yes.
Okay, and for work permit, and I think there are several definitions of work permit. If he's talking about asking me about part-time jobs as a student and as an international student, and my answer would be yes. International students are also will be allowed to work up to 28 hours per week.
Ishlashga ruxsat beriladi. Haftasi 28 soatgacha bemalol qonuniy ishlashingiz mumkin. Kontrakt ko'ringiz 10,846 yevro bo'lyapti. Dollarda $13,000 sal ko'proq bo'ladi. Yana savollar bormi kimlarda? Chatda yozsangiz bo'ladi yoki-da bemalol gapirib o'zingiz so'rasangiz ham bo'ladi. Darslar ingliz tilida bo'ladi. Agar ingliz tili bilan topshiradigan bo'lsangiz. Ya'ni sizda IELTS 6 bo'lishi kerak, siz ingliz tilida ta'lim olib borasiz. Faqat uchun ingliz tilini bilib IELTS 6 bo'lishi kerak. Mana chatda telefon raqamimni qoldiraman. Agar kimdadir savollar qolgan bo'lsa, bemalol telefon qilib yana so'rab olishingiz mumkin. I think there are no any more questions. I have left my phone number in the chat box. If any of the applicants have questions later on, they will contact me. Thank you very much for your time and informative presentation, Mr. Kiyoshi Takeda. It was nice to see you. If you have
thank you.
Please feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye, everyone.